Hey there, Wellness and Mobility Coach Han here, bringing you a little 10-minute wrist mobility routine. This routine is great for added mobility for the wrist. You can use this as a warm-up for your yoga practice. You can use this if you sit and type at a desk all day, just need a little bit more mobility in your wrist. Or it's also great to just do on its own, because who doesn't love a good little wrist mobility? As always, I'll link my Spotify down below and the specific 10-minute playlist that I use for this video. Feel free to use your own music, or you don't even need music at all. And with that, let's begin. All right, the first move that we're gonna do is called wrist glides. So we're gonna start by making a fist, putting our hands straight out in front of us. The inside thumb area of our wrist is going to touch. And what we're going to do is we're going to glide the wrist out. So notice how I'm leading with my wrist out, and then we're gonna glide the wrist back in. So the main focus is really opening up those wrists, bring them out and in, out, in. Doing each move for about 30 to 60 seconds, or about 10 times each. Next, we're going to stick with the wrist glides, but we're going to go up and down. So this way, we're going up, we're doing the wrist, we're pointing the wrist upwards, and then we're pointing the wrist downwards. Flexing, whew, and extending the wrists to glide with the movement. Motion is lotion. We're just lubricating those wrists, getting the blood flowing, circulation, circulating. Good, nice job. So because our wrists are little small areas of our body, these exercises can be really sensitive. They can make the wrists feel really sensitive. So take a break, feel free to stretch it out however you need it, whenever you need it, okay? Next, we're going with some little wrist prayers. So we're gonna bring our hands together in a little prayer position. And the goal is to keep the hands completely flat together, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring our hands up above our head and bring them all the way down. Down is going to be the hardest part. Your hands are going to want to come apart, so you want to really make sure that you're pushing them together to get it down. Only going down as far as you can. Again, up is probably going to be a little bit easier. Bringing those hands, firmly pressing them together, only down as far as you can to keep the palms touched together. Good, nice job. Release the wrists. Next, we're going to do some little wrist rolls. So this one can be a little bit difficult. So we're going to keep our hands still in this prayer position to start. And the focus is going to be keeping the wrists touching pretty much the entire way around. So this trips a lot of people up. The best way that I can explain it is to keep your hands in prayer position. And then you're going to flip your hands, you want to keep a point of contact with each hand the entire time. So as you come and roll your hands, you're going to start to open it up, and your hands are going to come in towards you. Notice how my hands are still together. I'm always having a point of contact between each hand. And then I'm going to continue to roll my wrists forward, never separating my hands. So they're always staying together. Hands come in towards me. The wrists are pretty much just going to make some rolls around themselves. A lot of time I feel like people just overthink this. It's a lot easier than I feel like your brain makes it out to be. Go a couple more. Mosquito. There was un poco de sangre, which means he got me. It's okay. It's just a trade-off of living next to the ocean. It's okay. So now we're going to switch directions. So again, it's the same thing, but we're just going the opposite direction. Always keeping a point of contact between both hands. Just allowing the hands to roll around each other. I promise you, when you get this, you're going to be like, oh, okay, that's so much easier than I was making it out to be. Good, nice job, shake it out. Next, we're going to do some little wrist waves, wrist rolls. So sticking with that prayer position, we're going to interlace our fingers. We're just going to do some nice, easy rolls. So you're going to pretty much just draw a big circle with your hands interlaced together like this. Again, we want to do 30 to 60 seconds of each of these, about 10 of each direction here. Go ahead and switch directions. I'm staring at two dogs that just randomly came up to my front porch. Good, nice job. Shake it out. Whoa, those wrists should be feeling nice and loosey-goosey now. Now we're going to go with some wrist waves. So interlace those fingers again, and we're going to start basically at our elbow. You're pretty much just going to make the wave. Nice and slow. The goal is to keep the fingers on the hand, on the top of the hand. So we want to try to minimize this kind of finger movement just for this exercise. It's not wrong if you're doing that. That's just not exactly what we're doing. All right, one way is going to be totally natural, and then we're going to have to switch directions, and it's going to be like super awkward. If you can't tell which direction is my awkward direction. It's okay if it doesn't feel the same on both sides. Just the intention of doing it is totally fine. I've been doing these wrist rolls for literally like probably 2 years, and I still am like this little awkward taco when I'm doing this. Beautiful, good. Go ahead and release those wrists. Shake it out, shake it out. Next, we're going to come into a quadruped position on the floor for these last two. The first one is just going to be a little reverse stretch. So I like to save these for the end once our wrists are already nice and warmed up. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring the hands, face the fingers towards ourselves. Wrists are faced away from us. We're going to keep the elbows and shoulders stacked over top of the wrists and just nice and easy, gently start to shift the weight front to back. Again, we don't ever want to feel any pain in these stretches, in these movements. So it's important that if you ever feel any pain, back off what you're doing. Discomfort might be okay, all right? Discomfort is another ball game. It's just like something that is like, oh, I don't love doing this because it's something new. It doesn't necessarily feel the best, but if there's no pain, chances are that discomfort is going to benefit you in the long run, okay? So just keep breathing. And then hold it. We still want to keep nice straight arms. Keep breathing. Don't let your breath be held. Do not hold your breath. It's just going to make things so much harder. I know sometimes it's a natural instinct to hold our breath, but we're really focused on the breath, the breathing into the areas of discomfort, okay? And nice and easy, relax. Ooh, good. So we got our last one here that we're going to do. Let's go ahead and just take a moment to let those wrists breathe. So I like to do this one at a time. So it's going to be a backhand stretch. So we're going to just place the back of the hand on the floor and then start to stretch our wrist in kind of the opposite direction that we were going before. We're still going backwards, but now the front part, or is this technically the back part of our wrist? I don't really know. I think it's the back. Just nice big hold, big breaths. Breathing into the discomfort. You totally can do this both hands at the same time. I personally just like to do it one hand at a time because this move can be difficult. And if the wrists are really, really sensitive, we don't want to put all the pressure on the back of the wrist because this is kind of, like I said, a very sensitive, almost awkward position to be in. So doing it on one time is going to be just as effective, if not more so. Good, nice and easy. Release that wrist. Oh my goodness. And there you have it, a nice little 10-minute wrist mobility routine. I don't know about you, but my wrists are feeling really, really loose. Nice circulation going on in there right now. I feel like I could just do anything. Type on a computer for a couple of days, go through a nice yoga flow. If you want to go through a yoga flow, check out my other YouTube videos. I have plenty of yoga flows on my channel. More to come, always. And on that note, follow and subscribe for lots more videos like this, and leave a comment if you have any other areas of your body that you'd like me to give you a little bit of mobility ideas for. As always, thank you for practicing with me, honoring your body, showing up for yourselves, and joining me, allowing you to guide you. And I can't wait to see you next time. Bye.